Yeah, let's talk about Hunter Biden. Um, Basically, it's such a red pill moment when after the whole RussiaGate thing, after, the FBI making up all this stuff and dragging Donald Trump's presidency for 2 years and making up all these conspiracy theories. I mean, eventually they all deflated and went away. And during the 2020 election, here comes the Jan or whatever, the October surprise, the Hunter Biden. This should have been his laptop. I mean, it should have been all over the news. Can you imagine if one of Trump's sons or associates had all these secret dealings and all this corruption? Would have been all over the news. Never would have stopped here. There'd be massive investigations launched. But here, Hunter, it turns out it was a Democrat. It was Hunter Biden. And so I thought we have free press. I thought we have people that are independently minded. But so many of the people were brainwashed and couldn't even. I argued with people on Facebook that I actually knew in real life, and they're like, "Well, this is just like Russian propaganda, or Russian misinformation. This is whatever." And he's just thinking, like, "Man, do you really believe that? How? If Russians are so advanced, what does it matter? I mean, we might as well hand over America to Russia because they are so advanced. They can create fake video of Hunter Biden having sex with prostitutes. They can no digital expert can detect it. They make perfect videos like that. Track his face on like a porn star or whatever, right? And to top it all off, they were so clever and so smart. They wrote thousands of emails back and forth and conjured emails how Hunter Biden would write to his associates, and on top of that, they were somehow convinced that the people that Hunter Biden sent them the emails, they convinced them to testify and to admit that, yeah, this is their emails, that we have a copy of this. These are real emails. I mean, all of it is beyond belief. Of course, Russian Secret Service, it couldn't have been possible. I mean, the amount of competency is beyond any type of government. This was obviously, Occam's razor, the simplest explanation that Hunter Biden was doing a lot of drugs. He just dropped off his laptop with a bunch of incriminating evidence, and he forgot to pick it up. And now that I mean, yes, the Daily Mail can cover something like this, but it's been completely silenced. I mean, CNN, NPR, everything. There's complete silence. And people wonder why they don't trust the media. Well, because of this. Now, if the Republicans win, they would have no choice. I mean, if they win and they actually start doing investigations, I mean, this would be so horrible for Biden. Because if they start doing investigations, the media will have no choice but to cover it. And they're going to try to cover it in the most slanted way possible. But at that point, I mean, it's going to be tough for them. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough to spin this. What has Hunter Biden been doing? He's been basically he's been selling access to the vice president. He's been on the Burisma energy board. He doesn't know Ukrainian, doesn't know Russian, doesn't know anything about gas. Basically, he was just being bribed. That's what politicians just sell their access like this, and not directly, maybe through their family members. Hey, they put a family member on the Burisma board or whatever. So that's how bribes are paid these days. It's not that they will cut you a check right then on the spot. They will maybe offer, let's say if you're in Congress or you're in the government and you cut some, you really help out in like some big company. Well, after you retire, they'll put you on the board, and technically you'll be making hundreds of thousands of dollars and never showing up. That's how it's done. And if the media was actual press and not pure propaganda, they would have uncovered. I mean, here's the thing: a lot of these media types, they're very progressive. They believe in the government, how the government can do so good. Okay, well, the government's super corrupt. Expose that. You believe in the government, you believe in the system. Well, there are some people, there like a lot of people are using the system that you believe in the wrong way. Expose that, right? They should be. Oh, screw the Joe Biden's career. Save the system. Save the democracy you love so much. So this is all pretty. They're just partisan hacks. And on top of that, oh god, the cherry on top is the somehow like some debunked fact check. I was arguing with some other idiot on Facebook that I didn't know personally, but they said, "Oh, this is not his real laptop," and they sent me to a Snopes or I forgot some fact checking website that was debunked it, and then they had like pages upon pages upon pages of just like text, and they thought like they saw the headline, "Oh, this laptop shit is fake," and look, there's a whole bunch of text. Oh, that means yeah, they really debunked it. And the people were so confident sending it, like, look, this is fake news, this is debunked. So not only did the media lose credibility, as all these fact checkers completely uncredible as well. If the Republicans do start investigating Hunter, I mean, Joe Biden has failed already really badly in everything he's tried. The Build Back Better, the voting rights, the vaccine mend, everything is a spectacularly failure. I mean, this would be... I mean, he was already a lame duck, but if they start investigating Hunter Biden, and this is going to get in the media, this is just completely going to sink him. It's just... He might as well. I mean, he's going to be a laughingstock. There's no way in hell he's going to have the balls, temerity to try to run for a second term. The article says Republicans are threatening to make Hunter Biden testify before Congress if they take back the House of Representatives in November midterm elections. We have a lot of questions where he gets his money from, his artwork, and from his consulting deals. Cormer is a ranked member of the House Oversight Committee where certain congressional probes originate. I mean, I could see... Here's the thing. If the two parties there was more bipartisanship, if the country wasn't so divided, if the Democrats didn't pull the Russiagate thing for using the worst way possible, using apparently a neutral intelligence agency to investigate their political opponent, if they haven't been trying to impeach Trump twice, if they were more cordial and more professional, well, I could see that maybe the Republicans would try to preserve some type of decorum and say like, oh, okay, we know Hunter Biden's dirty and he's giving kickbacks to the quote unquote big guy, but politics. A lot of our guys here too are kind of getting kickbacks from companies. We're just gonna bury under the sun, bury under the just not point a spotlight to this, but. The system is unraveling. There's so much animosity between the parties now, or between people actually in America. So I think all the stops are being pulled off. There's it's getting dirty, and I think it's the Republicans' turn. President Joe Biden's son business dealings have been scrutinized by Republicans for several years. His business in Ukraine played central role in the former President Donald Trump's first impeachment in 2019. Hunter Biden also created ethics headaches for Biden White House when he joined the art world last year, selling paintings for $500K. Hunter Biden was paid $50K a month by Burisma, while his dad handled Ukraine policy for Obama administration. Oh, that's convenient. In 2016, the Obama administration and European allies pushed Ukraine's Prosecutor General Viktor Shokin to step down, arguing that he wasn't doing enough to crack down on the country's corruption. It was Vice President Biden who delivered the message. The move wasn't controversial, including congressional Republicans, but Shokin turned around and said he was shown the door for going after Burisma. Yeah, there's a video of Hunter Biden. I mean, not Hunter Biden. The big guy, Joe Biden, actually even bragging about it. During July 2019 phone call with Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky, Trump pressured their leader to announce investigations into Joe and Hunter Biden while holding up $400 million congressionally approved military aid. Yep, that's what got him impeached. Hunter Biden also had business dealings in China while his father serves as vice president. I mean, Hunter Biden is shady. The Biden family, I mean, this is all shady. But how much is this? I mean, we know. What kills me is like the double standard too. That's just what rips my heart out. So basically, if you follow Hunter Biden, you'd see that he laundered money for people. He had different bank accounts. He was sent money. He was sent money, and then he forwarded to some other bank accounts, and then gave the money back. Basically, money laundering, cleaning money, transferring money from one place to another, collecting a fee. And yet, this administration, the Biden administration, proposed, or the IRS proposed, that any person that has like over $600 or $600 worth of transactions in a personal account would be the IRS would be able to, the bank would have to send the IRS the inflows and outflows of somebody's bank transactions. I mean, this is so, the hypocrisy in that is just insane, incredible. In comments made to 2015, he suggested House Republicans' probe into Benghazi was the way to politically go after Clinton, infuriating a number of his colleagues. Yeah, I don't know, but the Benghazi thing was, I remember that in 2015, and then it seems too political. It seems like a frivolous investigation, but not this one. Everybody thought Hillary Clinton was unbeatable, right? We put together Benghazi Special Committee, Select Committee. What her numbers today are, her numbers are dropping. Why? Because she's untrustable. But no one have known any of that happened. We have not fought, McCarthy said at that time. The gaffe will cost him the speakership that time around, with the Republicans asking Paul Ryan, who was Senator Mitt Romney's running mate in 2016, to step in. Love these comments here. Let's go, Brandon. Then comes the impeachment that will stick. I'm guessing Hunter Biden throws a big guy under the bus. Hunter will disappear in rehab somewhere. I mean, not the judge. I mean, as far as what, like, Hunter's drug addiction or prostitution addiction, whatever. I'm not here to judge that. Like, you do whatever you want with your own, on your own time, but I just hate the hypocrisy. Investigating Trump for, they knew it was a bullshit cooked up thing about the Russiagate, and yet having so many incredible skeletons in their closet. Putting the screws, having the IRS put the screws on regular working class people to snoop around their bank accounts, while these assholes are getting paid from China and Ukraine and, selling all sorts of corruption and influence. It's a joke.